If you don't have the budget for ads or you're just not ready to risk money on them, you can still drive free traffic to your Shopify store. And that's what we are doing today in this video. Yes, for sure, ads are the fastest way to grow, and that's why I recommend ads to all of my clients. But you also need free strategies that bring in traffic and sales without spending a dollar. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it step by step. And make sure to watch this video up until the end because some of these strategies are overlooked and not heavily used, although they are super effective. Here is how I look at traffic in general. Ads give you speed, but free traffic give you stability. And when you combine both, your store becomes unstoppable. From one part, you will have the power and speed of the ads, and from the second part, you will have the sustainability of the free organic traffic. So both of them are important to build a strong, sustainable business and to be able to scale this business. In this video, we are going to discuss everything related to free traffic, and I'm going to break them down into 7 different strategies. So let's get started. The first strategy we are going to discuss is SEO, but now it looks different than before because of AI. Buyers aren't going only to Google now to ask their questions. They are using AI tools like ChatGPT, for example, to get the answers they want. And even on Google, when you type something, now you get the AI answer first. So online traffic and SEO is changing, or actually already changed because of AI. And here is why this matters. Because when AI answers, it doesn't just pull from blogs, it pulls from your entire brand footprint. Product pages, reviews, UGC, social media, even your About Us page. So how does this bring you traffic, especially that AI don't include links within the answers? Well, if your product pages are detailed, like benefits, specifications, FAQs, comparison, AI can recommend your products directly inside those answers when someone asks for direct recommendations. So let's say someone asks for the most affordable smartwatches, AI will be giving direct product recommendations. Now, if you publish blogs and guides, and although that the amount of traffic that you used to get out of SEO is going to be lower now with the AI direct answers, they will still help you into training AI about your brand and to show that your brand is an expert in your category, making it more likely your products get mentioned when shoppers ask for recommendations. So basically, these blogs and guides will help you to build more trust with the AI tools and to show them what your brand is about and that your brand is worth the trust. When your brand has trust signals across the web like reviews, mentions, social activity, blogs, AI sees those and will see your brand as credible and safe to recommend. And by the way, you can know from your Shopify analytics if you are getting recommendations from AI or not, if you are getting sales from AI or not. If you want me to show you how to do that, how to know if AI is helping you to make sales, let me know in the comment section below and I will tell you exactly how to check this out. Also, I've made a full video about how SEO and AI work together, and I will link to it in the description if you want a step-by-step guide. But the key takeaway here is strong SEO today equal free AI traffic tomorrow. And one of the biggest mistakes store owners make now with SEO is they think of it as keywords only and they miss how AI changed everything. Second, organic social. And this is not about posting 20 times a day and hoping something sticks, it's about creating shareable content. I know. Many of you feel very reluctant when it comes to creating content, especially that most of probably you have tried creating some content before and it didn't work as well as you expected. Well, let's be clear. Social media is a long-term game and it takes time for you or for anyone to know exactly what type of content is going to resonate with your target audience. Usually entertaining, shareable content performs very well on social media, especially on Instagram and TikTok. So you need to get familiar with creating this type of content. You can also create content like behind the scenes, before and afters, UGC, product tutorials, and much more. The most important thing is to get yourself into the habit of creating content, of showing up to your brand. This is super important because over time you will build this brand. Don't look at other brands and compare yourself with them. Don't ask yourself why I don't have 1 million followers now. It doesn't really matter. A small amount of followers can be enough to get you your first sales and to help you to start boosting your brand. The most important thing is to reach the right people, the right audience, and this is what you need to focus on. One thing I find very practical is to create one big piece of content, like let's say a YouTube video, and break it down into small pieces of content. So you can start with a blog post, this is your big piece of content, and break it down into small scripts for your reels and for your TikTok videos, and so on. If you want to play the social media game, you must be present. So you can't just post one day and skip for a month. You need to be consistent, you need to be there, you need to show yourself, your brand, your products, your customers. You need to become a part of your audience life. Organic social can actually make your business explode, literally explode, if you were able to go viral, and if your product is actually a viral product material, you can get your business into exploding with organic social. So don't underestimate this strategy, just be consistent, be there, show up, create content, and I'm pretty sure you will get there sooner or later. Third, influencer marketing, and it's actually one of my favorite strategies ever. And yes, you can do this without paying thousands. In fact, some of the best results come from micro-influencers. And for those, maybe even giving them the products would be enough without paying them any dollar. Don't just look at follower counts, look at engagement. And remember, the content you get from influencers is sometimes even more valuable than the sales because you can reuse it everywhere. So in your ads, in your social media profiles, in your content, in all these places. Influencer marketing is super important because it can help you to build up your brand awareness and to get people to follow you on Instagram and to talk about your products. And not only that, it helps your products and your brand to be in front of your potential customers in multiple places, coming from multiple different people. And this helps a lot with building trust. If you want to know more about influencer marketing, I have a video on this YouTube channel where I talk in details about influencer marketing and how you should be tackling it. So I highly recommend you to check it out after watching this video. Next, we have email marketing, and email marketing is not going to work if you are just starting out and you have zero traffic at all. Email marketing is a strategy that should work hand to hand with the other strategies mentioned in this video. With email marketing, you are basically collecting your potential customers' emails and reaching out to them via emails. And every time you send a campaign or an email to those potential customers, you have great chances of making sales and driving revenue. Email marketing is one of the most efficient and reliable marketing strategies with the highest ROI ever. So if you are doing organic social or SEO or whatever, I highly recommend you to create your email marketing system to help the other strategies convert better and to bring more and more sales. As a first step, you can start simply by setting up a welcome flow, a thank you flow, an abundant cart flow, and that's it. And over time, you can make your email marketing system more complicated and more fancy to cater to your list. But as a starting point, start with these simple steps. They are more than enough. If you want to know more about email marketing and how you can set up your full email marketing system, I also have a very long detailed course about this topic. You can find it here, and I also highly recommend you to watch it. I will link to all of these videos below in the description, so if you want to check one of them or maybe all of them, you are more than welcome. The next strategy I want to discuss is so overlooked and many brands miss it, and it is to use Etsy and other marketplaces. Hear me well, I don't recommend you to create a full brand on Etsy alone, but I highly recommend you to use Etsy as a way to get these first sales and to get exposure. I've used this strategy before with many of my clients who were on a very tight budget. We wanted to make these first sales, to bring in the first revenue, to be able to invest in ads and in other platforms and in other marketing strategies. So you use Etsy to do that, especially that ads on Etsy are very cheap. Listing your products on Etsy is one of the easiest ways to tap into millions of people already searching. It's especially good if your products are handmade, unique, or niche. And here is the move. Once you get those customers from Etsy, you can use packaging inserts, emails, or discount codes to bring them back to your Shopify store. That's how you build your own customer base. So I'm not recommending you at all to rely entirely on Etsy, but I'm recommending you to use Etsy as a way to bring in the first sales, especially if you are on a very tight budget. I used this strategy previously with small businesses in the fashion industry, in the beauty industry, and it worked very, very well. Again, ads on Etsy are very cheap and it's not difficult at all to stand out if you have good photos, good product descriptions, and if you spend a little bit on the ads in there. I've seen very quick, steady results with Etsy. That's why I highly recommend you to use it as a second platform in addition to your Shopify store when you are just starting out. It's a very good strategy and it will bring you sales quickly. Then we have partnerships and community, and this strategy is massively underrated. Think of brands, blogs, or communities that already speak to your audience and collaborate with them. You can do collaborations on Instagram, giveaways, product bundles, anything. One simple collab can bring you hundreds of new visitors, and it's free because you're borrowing someone else's audience. And last, user-generated content and reviews. Your happy customers are your best marketers. Encourage them to share photos and videos and repost them on your store and socials. This is literally free advertising and it builds trust faster than anything you say about your own brand. Driving free traffic to your Shopify store is not something easy, and although you won't be investing money, you would be investing your time. That's why it's very important to be patient with this and to understand that all of these strategies are long-term strategies that require dedication and consistency. As I mentioned before, one of my favorite strategies is to work with influencers. I believe with influencers you can get the brand awareness and the sales that you want. So if you want to know more about influencer marketing and how you can use it to actually grow your brand and your business, I highly recommend you to watch next this video on my YouTube channel. In this video, I talk about influencer marketing in details and all the lessons I have learned running 10th and maybe even hundreds of influencers campaigns. So check it out and happy learning.